Today we're going to be talking about the 4 most ridiculously scary truths about living in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hey guys, my name is Ethan Wallace. I'm a local realtor here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and my goal is to show you everything there is to know about the Queen City that I personally live in and I work in every single day. I'm going to show you anything from neighborhood tours to showing you the hidden gems, the good, the bad, the pros, the cons, everything that you could possibly think of on this channel. So please subscribe, and if you have any questions or if you would like to book a discovery call, then please click that link in my description and I'm happy to talk with you about your goals. Completely no pressure at all. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in today's video. We are going to be talking about the 4 most ridiculously scary truths about living in Charlotte, North Carolina. Starting with number 1, that I hear more than anything is that Charlotte is really lacking a sense of soul. And what I mean by that is the character and everything is just quite not there yet. This is really, I feel like, because over the past 20 to 30 years, we have been going through such a growth period as a city. There's over 100 people moving here every single day, which is insane to think about in the grand scheme of things. But it's not going to have a lot of the character and soul that you would see in areas like Savannah, Georgia, or Charleston, or Asheville, North Carolina even. Everywhere you look, it's going to be new apartment complexes, shiny new buildings, office buildings, a lot of master plan communities that you are just going to see everywhere you go, no matter where you are in Charlotte. I wish that Charlotte had a lot of those things that some of these older cities have, like some cobblestone streets and things like that, but we just don't have too much of that. There's still a little bit, but it's just really not that much out there. With that growth comes another scary truth, and that's that Charlotte really lacks historic landmarks and a bunch of old towns that you could explore. You'll find some gems like the 4th Ward in Uptown or historic South End rail line, but much of Charlotte's identity is now kind of centered around these big new developments that has kind of came up over the past couple of years. Now, that's not to say that Charlotte has no history. We do have areas like Dilworth and Plaza Midwood, and all of these, there are some towns in here that do preserve some of this history in Charlotte. But if that's all that you're looking for, then I feel like Charlotte may be a little underwhelming and maybe not what you're looking for. Now, here's one that surprises a lot of people, and that is that Charlotte is not a destination place to come to. It is really a great quality of life and a place to live, but it's not got that type of atmosphere where it's a great place to book a trip and just come and visit for a whole entire week or something. So what you're really going to get from living here is a great quality of life. You're going to have a lot of shopping, a lot of dining, a lot of just quick to go orders if you want to order food out. There's a lot of things around. There's some parks and greenways, and we have professional sports teams like the Carolina Panthers, Charlotte FC. You got the Charlotte Knights, and there's a hockey league, and you can even go watch some NASCAR if you want to up in Concord. So we do have a lot of things here to give you a great quality of life. But if you're looking for somewhere just to visit, it's not really the place. When I have family and friends visiting the town, once we do something, they're kind of like, okay, so that's great. What do we do next? So I kind of have a lot of that going on. And Charlotte has some things. You have the NASCAR Hall of Fame and the U.S. Whitewater Center. You have Carowinds Amusement Park and some breweries and things like that. So there are things to do, and when you are just visiting, but it's not really going to be like a lot of places like New Orleans or Boston or just New York or some of these other areas that really have a lot of like bucket list things that you would love to do. So just consider that when you are moving here, you are going to have that great quality of life. But if you have family and friends that might be visiting, there's not going to be a whole lot to show them if they have already done some of those other things. So just kind of keep that in mind. And so for the last one today, we're going to be talking about one of the things that throws a lot of newcomers off guard which is how difficult it can be at times to get around the city. Even if something says it might be 3 miles away, it could take a lot longer than you may think to get over there. And that's because the growth that we have had as a city over the past couple years, the road system has not been keeping up with how much growth we have been having. So if you're on 77 or I-85, especially during peak hours when you're traveling to work or from work, and rush hour, then you're going to hit a lot of that traffic. There are even some local roads like Providence Road or South Boulevard or Independence Boulevard that get really backed up through these rush hour times. So it's something to consider. If you are having to travel for work, then it's really hard to avoid that, and it could just become part of your daily routine and part of your daily life. And you just become accustomed to that over time. But even on top of that, Charlotte doesn't even really have a great public transportation system. Now, if you live in some areas like Noda or South End or areas like that, then you may have some options to take the light rail to get into Charlotte. But even here recently, it hasn't even been as safe to travel on the light rail. So hopefully they're taking some measures to try to strengthen that and make it a little bit safer to take some of the public transportation systems. It's just insane with how limited the public transportation system here is in Charlotte. And I'm hoping over the years this does increase because we are continuing to get more and more people moved to the city. But the reality is, if you live here in Charlotte, more than likely you're going to want to have your own car to get around because this is not a city where you can just walk down the street and get everything you possibly need. You're going to need a car to get around, and that's just going to become part of your day-to-day routine and something to look forward to. So those are the 4 most ridiculously scary truths about living in Charlotte, North Carolina. No, it's not perfect. It's not meant for everyone, but it's a great quality of life, and I truly and thoroughly enjoy living here myself. And I just know how much it means to know the pros and cons before moving to a new area. So if you have any questions or if you got any value out of this video, please subscribe and click that link down in my description to book a free discovery call with me to learn more about your goals. And it's completely no pressure, and I look forward to talking to you, and I hope you take care and enjoy this, and I will talk to you soon.